Well, as I was talking about in the first part of the video, here we are on a different day, completely different day, where it's now raining. It's not cold yet even, but it's raining, and it's about mental attitude, not about buying bushcraft knives, toys and anything else, you know. When we're buying kit and building up what we think is a realistic point of view about survival, we're on a high. And we build our backpacks and our bug out bags and we get a high from that. But you know, when nut comes to crunch, you know, we are in a survival situation, then how is our mental attitude about the situation we're in? Man has a natural ability to create and achieve. You know, that's our God-given right, that nobody can take away. But when you're stuck on your own, which I am most days now, stuck on my own, and I don't mind that, I quite like that, I just move away from the wind. As I'm building this outdoor pursuit centre, your mental attitude changes. Now if I'm dumped somewhere, or a war starts, or a tsunami, or endless storms, and we don't know what's coming yet, and we haven't got food, and we're dumped in a field, and we've got to actually survive. When it's a sunny day, you can sit down, light a fire, trap a rabbit, get a few greens, and bug out somewhere warm, you know, because the sun's shining. But what happens when the wind comes and the rain comes and you can't get your clothes dry and you can't get a fire lit and your mental attitude is rock bottom? That's when times change, and that's what we should be building. That's where I'm going to go. Mental attitude and self-worth are the most valuable pieces of kit in survival. The ability to go on and not give up, because it's going to get tough in a survival situation. It necessarily isn't going to get tough in a bushcraft situation where it's a hobby, but I'm trying to prepare people in this channel to think about it with a realistic point of view. I might have kids crying, I might have adults crying because they can't take it anymore. Am I going to be the strong one in that? Am I going to be the one that comforts? Am I going to be the one that builds? Am I going to be the team leader? Or am I simply going to crumble along with people? Because people will crumble, and people do crumble because disasters are happening all over the world. I see super strengths in Syria right now as the people are gathering themselves together, and a few people are keeping the rest together. I find that immensely encouraging. And what I'm saying to you guys is, prepare to be the leader, but don't necessarily take the lead. Prepare to be mentally strong and have the strength, physical strength. I mean, I'm overweight, I'm fat, you know, and I would lose that, most of that, or a lot of that, in my first month. So that would be an asset. That's a good way of storing food. I don't say get fat, but don't see it as a negative in bushcraft or survival situations, or in the survival situation. Having a bit of weight on you might just get you through. Polar bears do it every year. They store up their food, they hibernate around their bodies, and then they last for up to 6 months before they can kill again in the spring. Correct me if the dates are wrong there, guys. I'm no expert on polar bears, but you know what I'm saying is, and I keep coming back to it, it's a mental attitude that we should be building. The toys are easy to get. Everybody's selling bushcraft and survival equipment now, and programs on television. As I say, Ray Mears, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Bear Grylls, another one. You might watch Bear and you might think it's a bit showy, and it is. The love he's getting and make a show of it, but the guy's got a huge amount of ability to survive, and it comes and derives from within. So what I'm saying is, build what he's got from within, build what Ray's got from him. Ray sort of fits in with the land. He can go and live in the land and fit in with the land, where Bear seems to be more of a escape and evasion kind of guy. He wants to get out of his situation, you know, so he's working towards that. And combine both techniques, both views of looking at things, and build your own picture. Get out and live on the land. Get out. As I say, go and cycle, get on a bike and cycle 30 miles. Camp out for 5 days and cycle home. And get used to that hardship, you know, because it's not a hard life now living. Go home, close the door, put the heating on, nice oven and cooker ready to cook your food, supermarket with your food in your bag. It's so routine. It's so routine. It's so far away from what we could achieve and what we can actually do. I love to see the kids, as I say, with the scouts out there camping in the weather. Scouts never seem to camp in the summer, do they? But learning skills. My father left me one inheritance. He said, son, you're going to learn something every day. And then he added, so keep your gob shut and listen. Right? And you're going to learn something every day, so start learning today. What can I eat? How can I prepare for a bad time? Because you'll get a bad time, even if it's only your father dying or someone you love dying. It's going to be a hard time. Hard times come along all the time. There's nothing smooth about life, you know, and I could go further into that, but there isn't. So preparing for these things will take us to the next level in our own abilities and ability to cope. So, you know, let's build on ourselves. Let's learn about what our body can cope with. You know, as I said, it's 3 minutes without air if you're lucky. 3 days without water, depending on your environment and how much exercise you're doing, and 3 weeks without food. Now I'm going to assure you on the 3rd week you're going to be pretty desperate. So it's really 2 weeks without food. So how do we approach this being dropped in it? You know, what's the first things we should do? And that's what I'm going to do in my next video. I'm going to take a look at getting up and going instantly, you know, getting prepared within them time structures, the rule of threes, to sort of stay alive, because it's not about mental attitude, it's about staying alive until we can get over the hurdle. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. This is Pete at Survival and Bushcraft. Please, I've got so many channels going, I can't keep up with it. Please subscribe. I need you to build a channel, guys. It's free.